There's a moment in every gardener's journey when a technique feels so powerful, so wildly effective, that it changes the way you look at plants forever. This is one of those moments. What you're about to learn is a true desert-tested miracle, a rooting technique so efficient that a dry branch can become a new fruiting tree with nothing more than a single watering. For the crop corner family, this is one of those game-changing methods you'll want to try the moment you finish reading. Welcome to the world of desert rooting magic, a refined, almost forgotten air layering technique perfected in some of the driest regions on Earth. It's simple, it's fast, and it's astonishingly reliable, even for gardeners who can't water daily or live where moisture disappears in minutes. And unlike seed-grown plants, this creates a perfect, genetically identical copy of the parent tree. No surprises, no guesswork, just guaranteed quality. Let's dive straight into the practical gold. At the core of this technique is a clever manipulation of how sap flows through a branch. You partially interrupt that flow, forcing the plant to focus its natural hormones on healing the exposed area. When that wound is wrapped in a moisture-locking mixture, the branch responds by pushing out thick, healthy roots, right in the air, while still attached to the tree. Think of it as a controlled duplication. You're not just hoping for roots, you're actually engineering them. And, because the branch remains alive and nourished, it develops a powerful root system faster than any cutting ever could. What really sets desert rooting apart from standard air layering is its ability to stay moist for weeks, even with all the heat or wind. One watering is all it needs, thanks to the special desert-inspired mixture that gardeners have perfected over generations. This is where the true magic happens. The mixture is simple, natural, and designed to hold moisture without becoming soggy. You'll need soil, peat, or sand. Aloe isn't just a moisture holder, it contains natural rooting hormones, antibacterial compounds, and a soothing gel that keeps the mixture cool and stable. Chop a small section of aloe into tiny pieces and blend it thoroughly into your soil or sand. Add exactly 1 tablespoon of water to bring everything to a soft, slightly damp texture. It shouldn't drip or feel muddy. This controlled moisture environment is what triggers exceptional root formation with almost zero maintenance. Choosing the right branch is crucial. Look for one that's healthy, flexible, and not too old or woody. Once selected, make 2 deep cuts, one on each side of the branch, removing the bark and green cambium layer until the inner wood is visible. These cuts slow the upward movement of sap while keeping the branch alive. This dual wound technique concentrates energy exactly where you need the roots to appear. It's a delicate balance, just enough injury to activate the plant's rooting response without hindering its survival. So, a disposable cup becomes your miniature rooting chamber. You just cut the cup vertically about halfway down, so you can gently open it and wrap it around the wounded section of the branch. Once it's positioned, go ahead and secure it firmly with tape or string so it doesn't shift. Now fill the cup with your aloe mixture, packing it gently around the wounds until everything is, fully surrounded. This is the environment that will nurture and protect your new roots. Now go ahead and give the mixture 1 light watering, just enough to evenly moisten the content. If any excess water escapes from the cut in the cup, well, that's perfect. That single watering is all you'll need. To maintain humidity, Wrap the cup with black plastic or a cloth. This shields it from the sun and stabilizes the temperature inside the chamber, creating the perfect microclimate for root formation. Although this technique works throughout the growing season, desert gardeners discovered a subtle timing advantage. Performing it during the waning moon, when sap naturally moves downward, reduces bleeding from the cuts and helps the rooting process begin smoothly. Seasonally, early spring is a fantastic window because plants surge with fresh energy. Late summer also works beautifully because temperatures begin to ease, preventing the mixture from drying too fast. These seasons offer the right balance of vigor and stability. Inside the wrapped cup, away from heat and light, something extraordinary unfolds. Over the following weeks, the wounded area becomes coated in thick white roots that wrap around the exposed wood. Because you aren't watering repeatedly, and because aloe stabilizes the moisture level, the roots develop undisturbed and resilient. When the cup is full of roots, your new tree is ready. Simply cut the branch just below the rooted zone, and you now have a living, established plant with a head start in life. Transitioning your new tree into soil is gentle and simple. So, you'll want to keep the soil just slightly moist, not soaked, and definitely not dry for the first couple of weeks. This gives the roots some time to anchor themselves deeply and really start to adapt. Since the branch rooted while it was still attached to its parent tree, it already has stored energy and structure, which is pretty helpful. Growth after transplanting is usually strong and steady. This desert rooting magic is more than an impressive trick. It's a powerful tool for creating food security, multiplying rare or valuable varieties, and producing fruit trees that perform exactly like the parents. It works in dry climates. So it works with almost no maintenance. It works for busy gardeners. And most importantly, it guarantees quality and consistency. This is the kind of timeless propagation wisdom that, honestly, deserves a permanent spot in your gardening skill set. If you enjoyed this guide and want more powerful techniques like this, go ahead and subscribe to Crop Corner, share this video with another gardener, and help spread knowledge that grows stronger with every season.